Welcome back to Sam and Ham.
This is Sam.
And this is Ham.
And what are we doing today?
Today we're going to be doing another CR Monster Showdown.
Lovely.
An old favorite.
An old favorite?
I mean, we've been doing this for some time.
Really? How many times have we done it now?
Lost count. I can't count that high.
But anyway, so for those of you who haven't seen all of our CR Monster Showdown videos, we take a random sampling here of 5 monsters from the Book of Monster.
And they have to be the 5 best, because only the best are lucky.
Yes, of course. We roll a dice and go down the list that is alphabetical. If for some reason we get to the bottom of the list, we go back up to the top and try again. And today we're doing CR3. So CR3 means level 3 adventurers, approximately 4 of them, should be able to take on this creature.
Roundabouts, yeah.
Roundabouts. We have learned that these numbers are very arbitrary, and sometimes they're very busted, and sometimes they're weak sauce.
A classic of the CR system, but entertaining nonetheless.
Yes. And with that, we take that handful of monsters and we judge them based on how I feel today. If they're a spider, they're gonna lose.
Yes, probably true. But we judge them on 3 categories. The DM tactics.
Player appeal.
And their lore.
Anyway, let's get started. We got some interesting ones today. I'd love to see them.
No goblins in this list, so...
No, but they do have a displacer, so we're gonna see what happens.
Let's see. Roll it.
We're rolling.
Roll it. 11.
11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The Bristlemoo Boonder.
Bristlemoo Boonder.
I enjoy pronouncing things incorrectly. Will you just let me do it?
Yeah, I definitely pronounced it correctly. 100%.
Ah.
I didn't say boonder.
You know, the English language. It's great.
Like 3 languages in a trench coat.
16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Ah.
The Gold Dragon Wormling.
We hit a good one.
Is it?
We're gonna find out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. The Minotaur.
Ooh, a classic.
Not as classic as a mummy, but we'll take it.
I don't know. It's a Minotaur. That goes back to Greece. 20!
20! Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The veteran?
The veteran! Dude, we're hitting some classics today.
Yeah,
He's a good boy.
Alright, and who's last? Let's find out.
19. My god, we rolled like a monster. I think we're actually gonna hit the bottom of the day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. The Assassin Vine. We always have to have at least 1 plant.
They've had good showings.
Yes. Alright. To not throw us off, we're gonna go back to the top of the list, though, and start off with our,
Bristlemoo Boonder.
Ooh. It's like a cat with tusks.
I don't think it could pronounce Bristlemoo.
I don't think it talks.
Neither do I, apparently.
It has no languages.
No. Okay. So...
Anyway, so this is a large beast. It's unaligned. Has 15 AC and 52 hit points.
And 70 speed?
It is...
He's so fast!
Look at this boy, though. He's swole.
I mean, there's a lot of swole things, but 70 speed? What happened? Swole.
Fun fact. Based on the fact that this thing is a cat thing with claws, the eyes are interesting because that means it's not a predator.
I'm more scared now.
I'm just saying, eyes like that.
Those do look like goat eyes.
Yes. Goat eyes towards the side of the face is sign of prey, not predator. So I am intrigued here.
Okay, so it has dark vision, good strength, low int, makes sense, low charisma. It's got dark vision.
Why does it have low charisma? That thing is adorable.
No, that thing looks horrifying.
Adorable!
Look at the handlebar, mustache, looking tusks.
Adorable!
Okay. He's got bladed hide. At the start of each of its turns, it deals 2d4 piercing damage to any creature grappling it. I don't think that'll come up often, but clever. Standing leap, its long jump is up to 40 feet, and its high jump is up to 20 feet, with or without a running start. It's got multi-attack. One makes 2 attacks with its blades, and 1 with its claws.
Its blades? Its tusks?
I assume so.
Adorable!
So... That's total of 3 attacks.
Uh-huh.
On average, doing 22 plus 14 is 36 damage around. That's certainly solid.
That is solid for anything that is above a level 2.
Yeah. No, but, I mean, it's not going to hit all of them. And like I said, using lots of little attacks is usually more fun and fair than one huge one.
True, true.
Weird Deadly of the Moo Boonder as Rose of Boomba-Dooba-Doo.
It has blade-like bristles, so it's not kidding with
so
tusks.
it's bristling people. Okay, that's cool.
It's literally too sharp to touch. It is a porcupine.
It's
a porcupine cat goat with tusks.
Are you ready to score this puppy kitty thing?
I love him. Sure, DM tactics. What do you got?
He's really fast. 5.
5.
I mean, he's got nothing else special other than he jumped real good. He got bladed hide, which is neat, and lots of attacks. He got speed though, which is that gets him at least a 5. But he's got nothing else special or fun.
Okay, I disagree. He's very special, and I love him, and he's extremely fun.
What's your player rating?
I want to give him a 10.
Do what you gotta do, man. We've rated things dumber.
I'm gonna do a 9.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a 9 because I'm sure there's something better than this boy. But he has a special place in my heart.
That's fair.
Lore. Mr. Mercer weighs in on this.
Yeah, if Matthew Mercer comments on this video, then we'll retroactively move it up to a 10, but until then, I'm thinking like a 6.
Understandably. Mr. Mercer, it's all on you.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
Moving on.
Moving on to the
Gold Dragoon Wormbadoo.
I'm sorry, the what? Are you having a stroke? Are you having a stroke?
Can anybody else smell toast? It's the Gold Dragon Wormling.
I understood what you were trying to go for, but you were struggling there.
I am struggling.
Okay. So first off, wormlings are not
This one looks so stupid.
This photo is bad.
That is not a good photo. That is not a good
We need a better photo.
He still looks stupid.
So a wormling does look like a full-size dragon. They are a large creature. But actually they're a medium creature.
Medium. Yeah, no, he's not that big. He's
So,
bigger than I thought he would be, though. Like,
yeah.
This guy isn't sitting on your shoulder. He's the size of a person.
Yeah.
But he's got 17 AC, better than the last guy. 60 HP. He's got a 30 feet ground speed, 60 feet flying speed, 30 feet swimming speed, 19 strength, good saves in Dex, Con, Wiz, and Ka, skills in perception and stealth, immunity to fire. He's got blind sight, dark vision. He speaks Draconic. He's amphibious. He has a bite attack and a rechargeable breath weapon that can either do fire or weakening. And if you want to customize them, you can add more skills, spells, or other traits and actions to be able to change shape. I don't think the Wormling can actually do most of these.
No, they cannot.
I think those are all more for the higher level ones. So let's skip those boys. Just going what's in the box. It's a freaking dragon! He's a good boy!
True.
This thing's a baby. It probably hatched 20 minutes ago, and he's still gonna kick 4 third-level parties' butts.
A wormling is a baby?
Yeah.
Oh.
This thing's what comes right out the shell.
And it's gonna kick butt?
Yeah.
It's big.
He's scary.
I can't imagine the egg he came out of. That poor mother.
Well, the mother's probably massive.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Adult dragons are quite large.
Okay. That poor mother.
True. And for lore, I know that gold dragons are...
They're lawful good.
They're lawful good. They're generally protectors of the realm.
Yes.
They're like the good boys.
They are the devourers of wealth. They can eat just about anything. Their preferred diet is pearls and gems.
Oh.
However, it doesn't need to gorge upon wealth to feel satisfied. Yeah.
This is about the best.
No bribes.
Yeah.
Don't bribe a golden dragon. They do shapeshift. They do like hoarding.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dragon. It is apparently powerful and majestic.
Yes, they are the strongest. Actually, the other wormlings are all lower CR, other than Red Dragon.
Oh, that makes sense. You gotta have one high-level evil dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, dragons are all color-coded for your convenience.
Yes, they are. Except for when people don't want to go by that color-coded convenience.
Who would those monsters be?
Angelina, who took that danger noodle home.
Yeah.
Anyway, DM tactics.
9.
A 9?
He's wonderful. Like, this is one of those low-level monsters that, if you play it smart, it's gonna wipe your party.
Uh-huh.
Like, he just flies, like, dragons are so good because they can just invalidate a lot of strategies, just fly around, breathe weapon fire down on people, immediately dive the back lines if an opportunity arises. He's got a huge flying speed. He's immune to fire, which is the absolute best elemental damage type at low levels.
Yeah.
This guy's a monster. I really don't know how much stronger you can possibly get at low levels. But I'm holding out hope maybe we'll see something better.
Okay.
But he sets a very high standard. And the fact that he's tankier than things that are supposed to be fighting in melee full time, kind of gross. Plus, he has 4 good saves, so this is going to be one of those ones you drop when your party has like a really powerful mage at low levels, and they're starting to get a little too high on the ego, and you just throw this guy at them.
Gotcha.
Or usually you probably do red unless you're fighting unless your party's evil.
Ah, there you go.
But if they're evil, throw this guy. Player appeal.
He is a majestic boy. Just kidding. He looks like a doof. In that particular picture.
That picture is not very flattering.
That is a picture only a mother could love. I love the other boy more.
Oh!
He was cuter. I mean, a dragon's a dragon. Yeah, I am in awe of any dragon we run across. But they're overplayed.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's Dungeons and Dragons.
I was going to say, the game's named after him.
That just means it's overplayed. I'm just saying.
What's your rating?
7.
Okay. For lore? I'd have to give him a 7.
Yeah, there's a lot of dragon lore there.
Again,
it's in the name.
It's in the name. They've written a lot of lore for these guys. But I think most of it boils down to they sit in a cave with a lot of shiny rocks.
Shiny click-clack. Feel good feel.
Yeah.
Who's up next?
The Minotaur!
The Minotaur is a lovely boy.
Yeah, he's not a pretty boy.
He's fairly handsome. He's got some muscles, and he's got a cool dude ear piercing.
He's got a big axe.
Yeah, he's got a big axe.
No. He's got 14 AC, 76 hit points, which is very considerable. Speed of 40 feet, high perception, high strength, dark vision, speaks abyssal?
Yeah.
Okay, didn't know that bit.
They are chaotic evil.
Yeah, most Minotaur are pretty evil. They have a charge, so if they're like running attack, they get to do extra damage on it and knock them prone potentially.
Yeah.
They have a labyrinthine recall, which is very useful, I'm sure. And they have reckless at the start of their turn. They can get advantage on all attacks, but everybody has advantage against it, just like a barbarian.
Oh.
And then this guy is one of those ones that I don't care for so much, where they just get one really strong heckin' attack.
Yeah.
But their damage isn't too insane. This guy, even if he hits, is only going to be doing 17-ish damage.
Yeah.
And he will have the gore thing, doing an extra 2d8, which is like 9. That still only does less than 30 damage.
Yeah.
So even under optimal circumstances, his first turn is not going to be probably as deadly as the bladed Hermodner. Boonder?
Yeah.
That guy. But the reckless is really cool. I like that. But yeah, he's the very standard brute. He gets the charge. He's basically a large animal that can speak abyssal.
Yeah. That labyrinth thing actually does go pretty well in hand, considering most of the time they are guarding a treasure. They are basically the brutes that protect dungeons.
This is true.
So therefore, if there is a maze, this guy knows how to get through it.
This is true. Those mazes are just a little hard to pull off in D&D, in my experience. I'm sure somebody can do it, but
I'm sure.
They're just a little difficult.
I just know that it exists and that's a thing, and
I like this guy is a monster for it. So
DM tactics.
I'm gonna give him a 5. I think he's got pretty much the same tactics as the first guy. Like, he runs at somebody, and then once he's in melee, he'd love to charge at somebody else, but if he tries to leave melee with the first guy, then he's gonna get hit because he probably used his reckless attack.
Most likely. Understandably.
So, 5.
5. Okay.
Player appeal.
5. That thing's terrifying, but he's cool.
He do speak evil.
If you happen to speak evil in the party, you might have a good joke or story to tell you.
Minotaur, lore.
Yeah, I like the labyrinth thing. You typically find them in, the dark. Not dark. What is the environment? Oh yeah, the Underdark.
Yeah, they're in the Underdark.
Garden some pretty hefty treasures for some evil, lords.
I give him a 4.
I can understand a 4.
Okay. Moving on.
What do we got?
The Veteran.
The Veteran. So the Veteran isn't actually a monster here.
No, he is a humanoid stat block. This guy is actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got 17 AC, he's got 58 hit points, which it's a higher AC, middling hit points for the CR. Good speed, low strength compared to everybody. Well, not low, but not as high as the other ones were at, like 18.
Yeah.
But he's got good athletics. He speaks probably common. He's got multi-attack. He gets 2 or 3 attacks depending on what weapons he has out. He has a ranged weapon. He's very standard. Now, the reason the Veteran is pretty important is just because this is like the upper echelon for like non-adventuring like NPCs.
Gotcha.
This is about where they cap out. There are humanoids that are stronger, but they're usually ones with like specialized stat blocks, or they're high tier mages that are pretty reclusive and stuff. This guy is like I was back in the war.
Yeah, he went out adventuring or was in some sort of war, and now he's just tending the bar. Actually, he was trying to retire, but y'all keep messing with him.
Yeah, this is what I would call like captain of the town's guard level stuff.
Yeah.
Like the strongest guy in town is probably a veteran.
Yeah,
which is a very like useful like metric.
Yeah,
because if your party is really low level, then they're going, oh, that guy's like pretty awesome. He's pretty cool and strong.
Yeah.
But then when you're more powerful than the veteran, you go, oh no, we have to be the strong ones now.
Yeah.
So kind of just as you surpass this guy, it's where you're coming into your own.
Gotcha. Yeah. That is pretty cool. He's got some pretty simple, easy stuff. I mean, he's found pretty much anywhere. He could be any type of guy from good to complete, a-hole.
Yeah, like I said, he's just about as powerful as you get for a humanoid, outside of specific circumstances. He's got more lore. He's got as much lore significance as you give him.
Gotcha. Okay.
I personally love him just because I have used them for quite a few NPCs.
Yeah.
And those NPCs I grow attached to.
Understandable. So DM tactics then sounds pretty high.
Oh no, but maybe like a 7.
7? Okay.
I mean, he's fine. He's good. He's fine. He's a bag of hit points. He's got a couple of cool weapon attacks and stuff here, but like, there's no unique mechanics that I couldn't find somewhere else. But just having a ranged weapon has put him solidly at higher than average. Because 2 of the previous 3 did not have any kind of ranged weapon.
I see.
How about player appeal?
I rolled a seduce.
No.
Unfortunately, I always love running into a good NPC, someone that's fairly fleshed out, something the DM is never prepared for.
Mm-hmm.
So you pull a random name out of a bag, and you end up with a lolly knocker. And
God, I hate that so much.
And everybody ends up loving him. You get the Ronnies, you get the lolly knockers, you get the dopiest names ever.
Whenever we play, I legitimately have a tab open on my phone every time for a random name generator. Every time, because I can't plan for everything y'all do, and then you're like, hey, buddy, what's your name? And I'm just like, oh geez, yeah, I definitely have a name that I don't have to press randomly generate, please. I hate you. Score?
7.
That's fair.
Because I love him, but unfortunately for lore, he's only got as much lore as the person can make.
Yeah, he doesn't come with any.
He does not come with any. I'm going to give him a 3.
Sadly. The lore I've given some veterans is very nice, but the lore that the veteran comes with is, honestly probably deserving of a 1, but I can't do it to him.
I get Ronnie. We're gonna have to do a video on Ronnie.
Yeah, we'll get to Ronnie.
But who's next?
The Assassin Vine to end it out. Look at him. He's a vine.
Oh, look, it's a plant.
Look, it's a vine.
He's not an evil plant this time, though.
No.
He's an unaligned plant. 13 AC, 85 hit points. He is a beefy boy, but he's very slow.
Yeah, he's
5 feet, slow creep crawl.
There's a reason they call it an Assassin Vine.
I do believe this thing, yeah, it just stays motionless, and then
it just sits there and it gets you.
It waits for you to walk by and it gets you.
It's got higher strength than that veteran, just saying.
Yeah.
It's resistant to cold and fire. That's not what plants do, just saying.
It
Immune to some pretty common conditions, though.
How, though? It has 1 intel. It has 1 intel. And nobody likes, not even the druid likes it.
It's an asshole.
It has more wisdom than intel.
It's got more wisdom than my average PC. He's got false appearance, which basically means he doesn't need stealth because you can't tell. It's one of those things where, yeah, it doesn't matter how high your perception is, you can't tell. He looks like a vine.
Well, even if it's moving a little bit, you go, is that the wind?
Yeah. So his attack has 20 feet of range, which is very nice. So that's why he doesn't really need to move, because he can reach you.
Yeah.
And again, the DMs are probably going to put this in a room where you're either going to be out in the open where you can just run away if you survive, or you're not going to be able to get away.
I'm thinking on the walls of a maze that you told me that don't exist.
Well, you know. But they take bludgeoning damage and are grappled, so they still can't run, and they get restrained. So first they take around 11 damage, then become grappled, and then until it ends, they're restrained and take 66 poison damage at the start of their turns.
That is rough.
So the constrict does like 11 damage up front, and then it's grappled, and then at the start of other subsequent turns, they take 21 poison damage.
Ouch, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah. It also has entangling vines, so it can animate normal vines, and basically make some stuff that's hard to move through and crowd control them that way.
Lovely.
Yeah. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, that is definitely some pretty cool stuff. What are you thinking? DM tactics.
I think an 8. He's got a lot of cool stuff here, and it's pretty unique. Like, this isn't one of those monsters you could just drop in an arena and make a cool combat out of, but, like, if you're smart about it, I think you can do some really cool stuff.
Well, yeah.
Player appeal.
It's another plant.
Yeah, it's not even a plant with a face, it's just a plant.
It is a plant that's trying to poison me.
Also true.
And give me very tight hugs like Meemaw.
This is also true.
2.
That's pretty fair. I can't imagine a player ever going, cool, an assassin vine!
You can't even sway this guy. Like, the druid can't even work with it.
No, he's a dick.
Yeah.
And lore.
He's a dick.
You click info, maybe they got something I don't know about.
I don't think that. No.
Okay. Yeah.
It collects its
nope.
fertilizer by crushing prey, so it is a cannibal.
Yeah, no, cool.
Or carnivorous plant. Sorry, that's the word I wanted. The secondary vine produces small fruits that resemble wild grapes.
Oh, that's gotta bump up to a 3, right?
Sure, 3.
Okay. He's not swinging high, but he's got something. There's a paragraph there.
Yeah. All
But
right.
with that, calculation time.
And now that we've done our math,
The totals are in, and the best has been determined. Well, let's start with the worst of the best.
worst to the best. Yes. Number 5. Then what do we got?
The Assassin Vine. Really cool combat potential. Really lame for the players in lore.
Unfortunate. Number 4.
The Minotaur. He's okay.
He's
He comes in at a solid.
he's half man, half cow. Had pretty good hair, but that's all he's got going for him.
If they put some more mooing in the text box next time, I'd probably be more interested.
Number 3.
The Veteran. He's as cool as you make him, but unfortunately doesn't really come with a whole lot of added in flavor.
Number 2.
The Bristlemoo Boonder.
Ah, yes, that one.
The Bristlemoo Boonder.
That sounds more right. And what was number 1? The creme de la creme.
The Bristlemoo Boonder was cool. He was neat. He just, he was very fun for the players because he's a very cute animal. But he does not have the sheer raw, literal half of the name of the game that number 1 had, which is the Gold Dragon Wormling.
Understandable.
He's a monster in combat. The players want to talk to him, and his lore has had quite literally the most amount of time to develop since the game has started.
Very true. And with that, the Golden Dragon Wormling, we salute you. You are the creme de la creme, the best of the best of CR's 3. And if anyone disagrees, you're wrong.
True. I know we always take, we always exaggerate a little bit that, we're only checking 5, but I honestly think the Gold Dragon Wormling might be the very best CR3.
We'll find out. You guys comment down below. Do you want us to backtrack and start doing some duplicates? See if we can do some more tier lists? Or do you want us to keep going and go all the way up?
That's for you to decide.
Until next time.
This is Ham.
And this is Sam. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.